s'il vous plaît. Mr. Federer, showing the ball on the left center service line. The ball is for out.
Millimeters, that one catching the line by.
Sort of struggling to win points on second serve now. He's only won 1 out of 7 in his third set. It's 14%. And the big difference when he makes his first is 9 out of 12. So first serve for Federer's got to be the key now.
Third ticket. Gallegos. 14-15.
So a couple of aces in the game for Federer. And he's been energized by the crowd over the last 10 days. He needs them now because he's down a break in the third.
3 games to 2.
The NFL on ESPN rocks and rolls with more of the hard-hitting action of American football. He's the next great one. Andrew Luck is the leader of the Colts and one of the game's true superstars. He's as tough as they come with a rifle for an arm. Next up for Luck, it's an AFC South showdown. Colts, Texans, live Monday on ESPN.
Hi, I'm Dan Thomas, and this is ESPN FC. Join us for the best football analysis and highlights from all the leagues around the world. Don't miss ESPN FC, Monday through Saturday on ESPN.
4 journalists.
What kind of craziness is this?
1 mute button. And the score decides it all.
I'll work for points, Tony, I will.
Around the Horn, Tuesday to Saturday on ESPN.
Time.
Good win for his team last night. They beat Lorient 4-0. Just down the road here at Paris, in their stadium, which is a stone's throw from Roland Garros. Zlatan Ibrahimovic. So a weekend off for him. Points already in the bag for PSG. Federer needs some points in the bag in this third set because he's trailing 3-2.
Like the idea, getting into the net there, changing it up, but just the approach, it just held up a little too long to give Djokovic the time on the backhand.
much tidier, hasn't he, in this third set? Just 3 unforced errors from Djokovic. 23 combined in the previous 2 sets.
And the first serve working well as well, 9 out of 11. There's one on the first deal.
14.
Djokovic looking up towards the roll call. Our champions here.
Djokovic mène 4-2, 4 games to 2.
And there is his name, 2009. Will he be able to repeat here in 2013?
The ball was scored in.
In by 1 millimetre. 99% out, but 100% in.
Yeah, that's part of the game that Djokovic has taken away from Federer. Early on in the match, Federer's serve volley was very successful. Now the quality returns are that much better, more difficult to execute for Federer.
Dream of a point. Everything that exchange had. Just missing the final flourish. And Federer just looks a little worn out, didn't he, at the end of this point?
Yeah. I mean, what a point. I mean, thinking, there's no way he's going to get to this drop shot. I'm talking about Djokovic here, but to actually find the space as well, over the head, into the corner, was incredible.
And the longest point of the match, followed by a 5th ace from Federer.
Sorry.
And match point, you feel, for Djokovic, all but. He's got it. What a double. A return of the highest quality. And a forehand that finds the line. Djokovic, double break. And look at that. And that draws a few boos.
Reserve for Xbox and get the free fall bonus map.
That was the Djokovic reaction after that last forehand, and he's on course to win a 16th match in a row. Is the Serb, and keep alive his hopes as well of finishing the year at #1 in the world. A lot more depends on Rafael Nadal. Still in his hands, really. So after a shaky first set from Djokovic that Federer played well, to be fair, the Serb has definitely tidied up his game in this third set, kept things watertight, and will serve for the match.
He's feeling pretty good about himself right now, isn't he, Novak?
Just grown, isn't he? He's grown in confidence, he's grown in belief, and has found his game. The longer this match has gone on, his game has come back. Interacting with back in the UK, whatever it is. Disappointing finish for Federer to an excellent week for the Swiss man. He'll go to London in good spirits, regardless of this result. But Djokovic has reached match point. Wins on the bounce for Novak Djokovic, who makes the final here in Bercy once more. Comes back from a set down to an inspired Roger Federer, but the Serb tough as nails, as always, and he keeps his hopes alive of finishing the year as the #1 player in the world. Djokovic goes through to the final, 6-2 in the third set.
Good applause for Federer, as you would expect. It's been a good week for him in many ways, and The good news is he's looking sharper with each match that he plays. Good win against Del Potro. Some excellent stuff here, certainly in the opening set. So going into London, he's still a force to be reckoned with. But against Djokovic, so tough, isn't he? He finds a way to get through. His game improved as the match went on. He then stops you as an opponent to do what you want to do on the court. And it was a really good performance in the end from Novak. I think it's interesting when you look at the stats and more if you sort of identify each set. If you look at Federer, 40% second serve points won overall, but during the course of the match there was a little bit of a decline. Third set, only 11% won on second serve points. So it shows you how much better Djokovic was playing, making better returns. Unforced error count from Djokovic was less, but as that match went on, it got less and less. And in set 3, Djokovic only made 4 unforced errors. So that's pretty impressive. From Djokovic's point of view, a couple of errors he'll probably want to improve on with the breakpoint opportunities. Only 4 out of 10 and net points won 6 out of 16. But a good win for Djokovic in the end. And Federer, some signs of class coming back.
So Djokovic, the first man through to the final, and he will face a Spaniard, but which Spaniard will it be? We won't have to wait long to find out. Now let's remind ourselves of the groups for the Barclays ATP World Tour Finals that were drawn about an hour ago. Group A, 2 Spaniards, Nadal and Federer, Bernick and Wawrinka. The immediate response really to look at those 2 groups is to say that Group B looks a little bit rough, Chris.
It looks a tough one, doesn't it? Djokovic, Del Potro, Federer. Federer's got a chance to get revenge. Del Potro, Federer played quite a lot in each other last couple of weeks. So that's, if you like, the tough group. Tough one for Gasquet there. But as an outsider, maybe we'll just have a swing. And Group A certainly looks the toughest one, doesn't it? But you know, I think Wawrinka, if you probably look at the rankings, is not the highest ranked player in that group. But indoors, he's got a good shout.
Lots to look forward to next week. Yeah, good stuff. Djokovic, Del Potro, Federer, Gasquet. And possibilities as well that Djokovic and Federer could meet 3 times in a week, and also that Del Potro and Federer could play 4 times in a week in a couple of weeks, because they played in the final of Basel a little while ago. All starts on Monday. Not to forget the doubles as well, which will be acting as a little warm-up. Now here's Rafa practicing from earlier on. This was Rafa warming up. Just getting a hitting partner, a local hitting partner hired. Never easy, that is it? A bit nervous.
Yeah, I mean, he did well considering the force of the shots from Nadal, and even when he's practicing, there's such a focus and there's such a hunger to the way he does everything. You see, they're always having a bit of a chat with Uncle Tony as to see what he can do better, but always a perfectionist.
Tony imparting a few words for his man, who's got a good record, isn't he, against David Ferrer. Now, we're going to remind ourselves of the previous night's match for Rafa, who played Richard Gasquet, another man he had a good record against, and he dominated.
A bit of copy of how he played last evening against Nishikori. This ball here, getting it back, making the opponent play another ball, then running it down. To anticipate that. And he did brilliantly pick up the low point because the slice could not have been better. Yeah, look at the movement of Nadal though. He's there.
Punished. And again, twice. Nadal tries to serve it, but he gets no reward. Nadal wants it. It was good, but it wasn't good for long enough for Richard Gasquet, and Nadal wins yet another set against the Frenchman. He owns him in the head-to-head. He's on course to make it a 12th win. 6-4.
Great field. 13 now.
It's just took it.
because the quality of play from Nadal was just so good. There was absolutely nothing that Gasquet could do. Nadal is one step closer to winning a title that has eluded him here in Paris.
Thank you.
He's a winner today in straight sets. 6-4, 6-1.
Yes, that was a clinic really yesterday from Rafael Nadal in dispatching Richard Gasquet. We know he'll face David Ferrer, the defending champion, in the semi-final. That coming up in around about 10 minutes time. And if you missed it last night, we're going to bring you some of the highlights of Ferrer's victory against Thomas Berdych. It was a come-from-behind win for Ferrer, who played so well here last year to beat Jerzy Janowicz in the final, claiming still his only Masters 1000 title. Impressive stuff. And Ferrer has looked good this week. And let's just recap on that match yesterday in the quarterfinals. Yes, it's the last of the day's quarterfinals after 3 fabulous affairs. Perhaps the least fashionable, maybe, of the 4 quarterfinals yesterday, with all due respect to these 2 players. So it was some card yesterday. And the opening exchanges, Berdych came out very sharp. He managed to get a break in the very first game. A couple of double faults thrown in there. And really it was a nip and tuck, really, after that early break of serve. Ferrer, you could see, was beginning to find his rhythm slowly but surely. And there's that favoured cross-court forehands of the Czech man. And super defence at the net on break point from Berdych. And that proved to be an important game. That's 6.